Good evening, everybody. It is really nice to be here among our own colleagues because I have been out of, I think, this circle of my colleagues for almost 6 months. And most of the faces which I see here are almost new. So it is great to be present here. And I would like to thank all the organizers and people who are all involved in the process of bestowing this award on me. It's a great honor for me. And, it is when you get an award like that, recognition like that, it makes that moment very, very special. And this moment is really very, very special for me. But I personally feel that no head of the school as an individual can earn any award by itself. How much ever efficient, how much ever proficient, how much ever skilled, how much ever hardworking, whatever you are, a head is headless without the support and without the cooperation of the colleagues, without the parent body of the school, without the management of the school, and without the students of the school. A teacher can get an award by virtue of her teaching skills, by virtue of her mastery over the subject, but I feel that a head cannot. So I definitely dedicate this award to my institution, DAV Public School, my colleagues, my management, my students, and all those who have been by my side throughout all these years of my career of more than 3 decades. And this award is for them, and no award any head of the school can deserve all by itself. And since this is a forum of basically we do play a role of the head of the school as administrators, and there are many aspects when we do administration. But basically, we are all teachers. At any point of time, we are all teachers, and any teacher is a leader, or anybody who's in a school is a leader, because there is an opportunity to make decisions at every time, at every this thing. Watchman has to take decisions, Aya has to take decisions, teachers have to take decisions. It's not only that the head of the school has to take decisions; everybody takes decisions. I also learned from Meera that this is one forum where a lot many dignitaries who are present here would be getting awards. Usually, we see that awards for teachers and for heads of the school are very few. It is so very important, to appreciate and honor and respect the teachers and heads of the school who are actually the architect of society and who mold children and shape the future generation of the nation and the homes. Because today both the parents are very, very busy. Both the parents are working. Children invariably go to a locked house, and they don't have the pleasure of eating snacks which are made by their mother, which usually used to get done. Because when it was earlier speaker was saying that now earlier it was the old schools were schools, and now we have the men making industry. So earlier it was like that, the mothers used to be there at home. In the evening, the joy of coming back home was coming back home to the mother and coming back home to the evening snacks of the mother. But things are now very different. But teachers are also playing a very different role now. The school being a second home, actually the teacher is definitely a second mother in today's time. Because I have seen in modern times, right from kindergarten to grade 12, students do need a lot of support, emotional support from their teachers. There are some kind of personal experiences or their personal feelings or emotions that they share more with their teacher than even with their mother or their sibling or anybody else. So when teachers are playing such a great role in the society, then I think society is also very, very responsible to give them their due respect and honor. Because how much ever you pay to a teacher, the seventh pay or eighth pay hasn't come as yet, which should come fast especially for teachers. It is actually not truly compensation for the kind of effort the teachers do. Every day it's a very tough job for the teacher. Not only physically, she has to stand in the classroom for 45 minutes. And that includes also the 50 plus people, and the health is not so good, especially those who are 50 plus. So 45 minutes they have to stand in the class, And there is so much of emotional involved. There some teachers are very passionate and emotionally involved when they are teaching. It definitely drains them. So they just finish one period, they have to go to the next period, then they have to go to the next period, like that. So when you look at their compensation, when they look at their recognition, you look at many things, you sadly feel that teachers' role is invaluable. Probably that is why we are not able to pay them the pay that they deserve. So I am truly, truly very, very happy that in this forum today, so many teachers are going to get recognition, because there should be more organizations like this who recognize teachers more. There was one such event which we also witnessed at St. John, where they had this kind of a principals conference, and they had a different kind of a format where they gave a lot of recognitions to the teachers and heads of schools. I think more of these kind of forums need to come. I remember I was once part of a shadowing program in Australia, where they had picked on 8 principals from India to shadow principals in Australia. And in Australia, the government schools are very, very popular and very prestigious than the private schools. This, I'm telling you, this happened in 2009. At that point of time, I learned from them that the teacher has the responsibility of 75 hours. 75 hours of self-training. She has to arrange training for herself. It's only later on now the owners of training teachers have come on schools, on different agencies, on CBSE, on this. They said, no, each teacher has to submit to her school 75 hours of training that she herself has engaged herself. So I think that teachers, that one thing that I always feel, the teachers, if we send them for some conference, for some workshop, for some training programs, they do go. But if it's left on them, then I think only a few handful of teachers only take interest in improving their skills and improving their teaching learning strategies. But whereas it is not so with many teachers, I think that is one thing that we need to improve on. And another thing which I always feel that whenever I meet teachers and heads of school in a forum, that when a teacher goes to class, she finishes one particular concept or chapter or whatever, she does that. So the teaching has happened, but learning doesn't happen. Who takes the responsibility of the learning? Learning has to be ensured by the teacher. So teacher cannot say, I taught this chapter, I taught this chapter, I taught that chapter. But teacher also has to take responsibility of learning. I think if teachers, and that learning this role will get transferred to students if the students are very well motivated and the teachers, motivate them in such a manner that they believe in self-learning and they believe in taking class into the, what teacher is teaching. And somebody was saying here that to integrate technology with curriculum is very, very difficult. But I think if we collaborate with students, we are in safe hands. If we collaborate with them, they know the wherewithal of all technology. We can probably help them in finding the content, right content, but we have to depend on them. And I tell you, if they have to play the teacher's role and you play the role of someone who doesn't know things, my God, they will go all lengths and breadth to help you. I think that is only one way that we can ensure that technology is integrated well in our curriculum. Thank you so much for listening to me.